Hello, welcome to Here We Go. In this lesson, let's learn the last major capture technique in Go. It is called the squeeze. A basic pattern would look something like this. Black's goal is to capture these two marked white stones. As we can see, these two stones have two liberties left. If we try two simple ataris, like this, white will connect with the outside. If we threaten white with a possible snapback here, still doesn't work because white can occupy this point and white will still escape. So let's get to the point. The key to any squeeze is the throw-in move right here. By allowing white to capture, black has reduced white's liberty. Now black can play this atari right here, and this will form a connect and die pattern. If white connects here, then black captures these 6 white stones. If white connects here, then black can capture these 3. So this first move, the throw in into the tiger's mouth, is absolutely crucial to any squeeze move. Now let's look at 3 examples. They're all quite challenging, so please take your time as you pause the video and consider them yourself. Now, if you're ready, let's look at the one on the upper left first. This is probably the most difficult. This question is adapted from a famous book of Go problems. Our goal as black is to capture these 5 white stones. If we count the liberties, these 5 white stones have 4 liberties left, and they're very close to all these stones on the outside. So white can very easily connect to these groups on the outside. So if we try moves like this, then white can connect. As you can see, these two form a diagonal move, and that signals connection because black cannot cut it off. If black plays here, white can connect here. Black plays here, white can connect here. So the diagonal move is a very solid connection. Therefore, if white can make a very solid connection by playing the diagonal move, we, as black, might want to occupy that spot before white gets there, right? So this is the correct first move. But this is far from over, right? White will not just play on the outside and let black kill the 5 white stones in a net. White will try to escape and capture this 1 black stone, right? So will be something like this. Now white has an atari here. If black connects, then white will connect and black will fail. So once again, the key here is to sacrifice black stones so that white's liberties actually get reduced. So the key move is this, right? This atari. White cannot escape here, so white can only capture this black stone. The next move would be this atari. White has no choice, must connect, and now we're halfway there. Right, now this whole white group has 1 and 2 liberties left, and we see another tiger's mouth. If we do not step into the tiger's mouth, if we try this atari, then white has 3 liberties, and it's impossible to contain white. Therefore, if you see a tiger's mouth, or if you have an atari by white, you have to sacrifice 1 black stone in order to make the capture. So this is the correct move. White can only play here because white has only 1 liberty left. And now white still only has 2 liberties left. And black can play the atari here. If white plays here, then black can do a capture by atari, and white will all be dead. Therefore, this is a very complicated squeeze, but once black plays here and follows with a correct sequence, white cannot escape. You can try out other sequences on your own board, and the result should be the same. Now let's move on to the lower left. This is slightly easier, of course, compared with the upper left. Here you should note that these two black stones only have 2 liberties left, and they are about to be killed. Meanwhile, these 2 white stones also only have 2 liberties left, and these 2 white stones have 4 liberties left. So it is important for black to play an Atari on its first move to keep the pressure on white. Otherwise, white will play an Atari on these 2 black stones and kill them. So if black tries this Atari, then white will connect, and these 5 white stones have 3 liberties and will easily win the race to capture versus the 2 black stones with 2 liberties. So that's not the correct move. So black must try this. White escapes. If black connects this 1 stone, you know that's the wrong move. That leaves 2 liberties each for these 2 white groups, and white will just capture these 2 black stones. Therefore, the key move is this. If white escapes again, black will have to do this. Keep up the pressure, the Atari. Now finally, white has to capture this 1 black stone. But white still only has 2 liberties left. And black plays the Atari. If white connects, then white still only has 2 liberties left. And black can capture that Atari like this. So white cannot escape in this pattern. If white captures early here, the result is the same. Black plays the Atari, white connects, then black captures white. So in exercise questions like this, it is important to identify your weak points. If you only have 2 liberties left, you must keep your opponent's stones under 2 liberties. Otherwise, your pieces will be captured first. And in this pattern, once again, you sacrifice this 1 stone in order to achieve the reduction of liberties on your opponent. Lastly, let's look at this pattern on the lower right. As we already know, if we have a tiger's mouth like this, we would want to try a throw in order to reduce white's liberties. Right. So these are the correct moves. Keep up the pressure, play the Atari move on your 2nd and 3rd moves. Now white has 3 liberties left. Now we want to push white to the side, right? So it's either this move or this move. If we try this move, then white can play the Atari here and another Atari, and white will escape. Or white will escape like this. So in this case, it is important to keep black's own weaknesses in mind, and that's these 2 cutting points, right? So the correct move is this one. We will push white to the side. If white tries the Atari, black connects. If white tries this, black will bend, keeping white with only 2 liberties. And if white plays the Atari, black escapes. If white plays here, black can go here. Then white must connect this stone, and then black can capture all of these stones like this. At this point, all of these white stones are already dead, even though it has not achieved an Atari, but they are pushed to the side and will run out of liberties. As you can see, the squeeze move is often used with other techniques that we have already seen, and that is why it's one of the most difficult techniques to pull off in real games. If you're feeling a little confused or even overwhelmed, don't worry. Just watch this video 1 or 2 more times and get more practice questions. Your capturing techniques will get a lot better with more practice. Good luck, and thank you for watching.